I'm in my mid 40s and my early 30s. I suffered some hair loss starting at the top of the crown of my head, and then as I aged, my hairline started to recede. I wear a hair system right now, and it's changed my life. My wife works for a hair company, and she asked me in November if I wanted to try a hair replacement system, and gave it some thought, and I said yes. I want to try this and wear hair. So we moved forward, and beginning part of January, I had a consult with Jerry Holt of IHI, and on 3 separate occasions he did explain to me that we're going to shave your head, Chad, and the time came to shave my head, and it was a bit shocking for me, but knowing that Jerry Holt and a great cast of folks around me to support me, that was half the battle. So once the shock and awe wore off, it was a great experience after that, getting a full bond hair system on the top of my head, and it was just such a transformation. You know, having 40 some years of thin, fine hair, and then now I have something to style. It's just a great feeling. It's a feeling of confidence and swagger that I just didn't have before. I work in the construction industry, and I did a little test. I walked around the construction site for 10 minutes and just wanted to see if the guys on my crew actually noticed that something was different. And about a half hour into my walk around the job site, checking things out for progress, sure enough, they came up to me and said, "Did you do something with your hair?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a full bond hair system on the top of my head." They're like, "Oh man, that's awesome. I knew something was different about you." And so it was a great kind of test, I guess. But even in the office too, that's the first thing I said is that, did you know something, or did you notice something different about me? They're like, "Oh yeah, you have fuller, thicker hair on the top of your head." So it's just exciting to show people and tell people that I have a hair system, a full bond on the top of my head, which, by the way, I can't feel. And then the other thing too that I do have in my life is a pool in my backyard. So jumping in the pool, I have no worries about the hair system going a different direction or any sort of issues with it at all. So it's just great. It's fantastic. Taking care of the hair system is it's really nothing for me. Every 3 days, you know, I do have to shampoo and condition it, and the rebonding service takes about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, and it's interesting because every hair system is handmade. So the cool part is that the system takes on kind of a little bit of an attitude of its own. So that's the fun part about wearing hair, is that every piece is custom handmade. And I have had a chance to experiment with different colors. This is a 1710 here that I have on right now, and I did have a chance to wear a 1720, so it was just a little tinge darker, and that was pretty fun. I am a part on the left type guy, and maybe in the future I'll put a part on the right to mess around. But just to have such full thick hair, more of a wet look, you can put a little bit more product in it, and yeah, it's fun when you walk out of the salon and you have just a great look and a great feeling with your hair. I would definitely recommend this system to any of my friends and family and colleagues. Like when I first walked around with a hair system, I said, "Hey, you should get this. You know, you'd be a perfect candidate for it." So I am almost always talking to my friends and family and colleagues and saying, "Hey, you know, you should get hair, and it'll help change your life."